All right, let's get started. Wait, this is just regular connection, right? Okay, noise reduction in 3, 2, 1. It's been about 13 to 12 days since my last video, almost about 2 weeks, and I figured I'd make another update video. As I said, I'd post weekly to bi-weekly. So in today's video, we're going to discuss some updates with my online projects along with my personal life. So let's get started. I got the Modo, however you pronounce it, the microphone. So these are pretty nice. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. I'm just kind of, I'm just showing that this is what I got. Plus, why would I even be sponsored? I got like 50 subscribers. So anyways, this is the Modo wireless Bluetooth lavaliers. It's pretty nice. It's kind of like an earbud case. It's obviously a little bulky, but you got the 2 lavaliers and then the little port that goes into your phone or whatever device you're using, and it just uses Bluetooth. So these are pretty nice. I might use these more on the go instead of my other, microphone I have here, which this one is portable and it's really nice. This is the JLab. It's just a JLab microphone. I don't remember the model name, but it's a pretty good microphone too. But I figured I'd just use the lavaliers for this one video just as kind of a test to see how the audio is. I did do some tests before I recorded this video because I did not know how to actually use these, because there is a couple different modes you could do with noise reduction, some reverberation, and some other things. So along with some good equipment that I got for this movie, I've been doing a lot more dedication towards making the storyboard, because I obviously know the whole story, but I have to get my production team to know the story and really write it all out, so I can't just be, on the go telling the actors and production team, I'm not gonna wing it. Putting a lot more effort towards making an actually in-depth storyboard, or not storyboard, I should say, more of a like a storyline, I guess. I don't remember the term, but it's just, the story of Sorrow Shadows the Joy, how the movie's gonna go. So I may be doing that wrong, but I'm just an amateur. I am no professional. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm still trying to really find, my own style of recording. So this is another little attempt. So with my movie, it is an extracurricular activity at school. It's a pretty cool event that I initially didn't want to do until I actually started to think like, hey, I can actually get some really good experience and, knowledge over some certain cinematography and film things, which would be very nice. So, oh, my rabbit, which would be really nice. And I figured I'd do it just because I like the competition of it, and I do want to try and make something out of this. Not only like of the competition aspect and kind of the experiences, that it'll actually give me some good traction for my movie, because not only if I do place, I'll be able to have people see it, which will be really nice, but not only that, but I'll be able to get a really good head start for my actual personal project that was, the movie, because I was wanting to do it just as a personal project until they added film to an event at school. So I'm doing that now, and there is a couple rules and strings attached that obviously I'm talking a really big deal of this movie, and obviously, I can talk big all I want, but it's not gonna prove anything until I actually put some action and actually show you something about it, right? So obviously I don't have anything yet, but in time I will have more updates, more stuff for it. Like I said, I got the equipment, I got a pretty good camera here. Along with the camera, I got, these lavaliers, except I can't really use them because that camera doesn't have Bluetooth. And then I also have a shotgun microphone, a boom pole, and a pretty damn good tripod, along with some adapters and storage devices for more film. So, also, I don't know if the microphone is picking it up, but my rabbit is kind of freaking out over there. I think she's out of hay. Yeah, she's kind of out of hay. After this video, I gotta feed her. I got to meet a friend that I've known for about 4 years, but I've never actually properly met him in real life. And I got to meet him yesterday, and it did take me a little bit of a drive, but it was completely worth it. Me and him and another friend of mine had a pretty damn good time, and it was just crazy and unreal how I actually met him. So me and him are pretty good friends. We play online, with the game and everything. So, but it was really nice. I love it because it reminds me of the stun baton from the Callisto Protocol, which is really funny, and I just really like it. So here we have it. We have the HR008 stun baton. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called, because I've seen I don't even know how many of these in like flea markets and online, and they're all called really different things. They're just a bunch of knockoffs of crazy stun batons and all that. I don't know. These things they're not necessarily impractical, but they're just, you don't really need them and use them for a lot of different things. I used to have, like I said, I used to have one last year, but it broke on me, and ever since then I've been trying to look for it, but I guess I just kind of pushed it aside. and I finally got it. This one actually has a pretty sturdy design. It's still telescopic, which does kind of bug me a little bit because you could tell how it's hollow on the inside and it would probably break a lot easier. So personally, I just keep it, you know, completely closed so you can kind of feel how it's not hollow anymore unless you do the full thing, and then just press that and now you're ready to go. Along with the automaton, I also got a couple of knives, and I also got this cool little pen. It's just a little, you know, it's not really much of anything. It's just funny. Okay, so I'm going on a bit of a rant, kind of off topic, kind of, you know, here and there. So aside from the, you know, the stuff I got, work has been pretty good. I've been really busy past 2 weeks. Like I said, I've been really putting a lot towards my personal projects and then school. And then not only that, I have work that takes up a pretty giant chunk of the day. So it goes school, work, and then the very tiny, you know, time I have in between before I go to work, and then the very small time I have after work, and then I have to go to bed. So if I do have homework, that does cut into my time pretty heavily, and I did have a little bit of homework throughout the week, which did kind of suck. And then if I didn't have homework, sometimes I'd be busy with, you know, some personal things at home, you know, maybe some chores, or maybe I had to tend to, you know, my rabbit if she made a horrible mess or something like that, you know, just some couple things, personal things like that. I did kind of adjust the focus and the lighting a little bit, so it's more focused and more well lit around my face area. I have this little bubble right here, so it's pretty good. Figured I'd adjust that a little bit because it was getting a little bit grainy and all that. But you know, I'm still learning. You know, I'm still young, and I'm still learning a bunch about work ethics and everything like that. And I'm also learning a lot more about personal financing. Now, before this, I did know a really good amount about personal financing, but I just never put it really into motion because I wasn't really making a lot of income, and I really was not, you know, I didn't really have to really do anything with personal financing. It was just really good to know when I did start making us, you know, a good income, which I am now. So, which is really nice. And I'm still learning as is. I'm going to continue learning. So I am learning to budget, like actually budget now. I'm learning to really put aside money for savings, and then putting some money aside for, you know, things that I do want to purchase in the future, you know, important things. And then, you know, and my little budget is for whatever I want and need and all that. So I've been doing pretty good. It's a little rough around the edges, but I am still learning, and actually learning to apply it to my life, because I did know these things, but it's a lot more different when you actually apply it to your life. And, you know, as you're growing up, you really start to understand the value of a bunch of things, and how, like, the value of, you know, your dollar and everything. So it's just, you know, it's really interesting. 2024 has treated me pretty good, and I've done, you know, a bunch to really make it good for myself. But at the same time, there's always going to be ups and downs. And the past 2 weeks, they were pretty good, but, you know, like I said, there is some doubts and some downs here and there. And I was sometimes feeling just this overwhelming amount of kind of just, I guess, hopelessness in a sense, or a lot of really heavy doubt towards my projects, and like I say, what I was going to be doing in life, you know, something with the lines of what I'm doing with here, you know, with the videos, the book writing, the tabletop game I'm making, the movie, you know, the possible audio series and kind of like podcasts I'm doing, you know, it's all that stuff. So anything that falls into that, I may or may not do college for. And then if not, I'm just going to put complete effort into this right here, which is, you know, YouTube and my book. I'm wanting to do all that. And obviously I'm going to be working a good, stable job to have a good income, because obviously I'm not just going to decide to, you know, completely quit and then do this and expect like I'm going to make like thousands in a couple days or, you know, weeks or months. You know, it takes a long time. So I understand that. But until then, I'm just going to be, you know, working a normal job and really deeply considering what I'm going to be doing for my life, which I have been slacking here and there throughout 2024 and 2023. You know, at times I'd be really dedicated to this, or really making a lot of effort in pre-production for a bunch of different projects. And then on the other hand, I would be completely like, nearly like quitting and cutting all of this out, and then thinking about like actual things for my life. I'm not saying this isn't something that's actually good. I'm not saying that this is inferior or anything, or it's lesser than that. No, I'm just saying that I did have like option A and option B, what I classify my goals and my kind of career pathway as, if it's option A or option B with conventional or non-conventional, all that. So I'm still really considering it, but in the meantime, you know, I'm going to be working a pretty good job. I'm going to be dedicating a lot to this movie and my online projects, and then I'll be deeply considering a bunch of things for my future, obviously, because I'm growing up. I'm going to be a damn adult here soon, so yeah. I started to deeply think about those words on how to really value your time, because your time is so utterly important. It is the most valuable thing in your life, and you really should value it no matter what age you are. You really need to understand it, because this one bit of time, this little bit of time, this video I'm making right now is going to be mapped out in history of my life, at least forever. I'm never going to have a time exactly like this. You know, it's basically about being mindful and having gratitude for the moment. You know, you got to really accept the moment, appreciate every moment, and really value your time. Whether you're doing anything, whether you're doing everything or nothing, you know, you still have to value it, because our time here is very limited. And as you start to grow up, you start to realize how fast time is flying. That's just straight up. I'm starting to realize it now, and it only goes faster. That's inevitable. Time's going past. Change is inevitable. All that. You know, I'm not going to lecture that for too long, because it tends to go a lot of different ways with how I rant. So maybe in future videos I'll be able to better express my thoughts without them going a bunch of different directions. So, and then I also am trying to find a good recording style and all that. So, you know, that's all I wanted to talk about. This is not a test. This is not a test. All right, this is a test for audio. It is on blue, which I think is noise reduction, so. Ooh, I got myself a nice dinner. Okay. Is it actually good angles? Hold on. That looks crooked, like really crooked. Okay, like that is good. Let me turn this off. So it's been about 2 weeks. So it's been about 2 weeks since I've last posted, and I figured I'd make another update video, you know, what I've done the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to be posting a little bit more, hopefully, and within a few weeks I might get started on my movie. And hopefully within the next 1 to 2 weeks I'll get started with the production of my movie.